a man discovered something horrifying on his way home. His wife was frolicking in the water with another man, but he chose not to confront them on the spot. However, when he entered the hotel, he saw the bedroom in complete disarray. Hannibal felt his heart sink instantly, while his wife remained completely unaware that her husband had returned early. It wasn't until sunset that the woman hurried home.
Hello there.
The moment she saw her husband, she was shocked and nervously gave Hannibal a hug, asking with concern why he had come back early. Her husband didn't answer directly but instead asked where she had been. Seeing that his wife continued to lie, Hannibal decided to give her one last chance.
I love you.
I know.
Just as she tried to evade the truth, Hannibal exposed her secret. He firmly pulled out his gun and pulled the trigger without hesitation. The gunshot startled the workers outside, who rushed over to knock on the door and ask what was happening. But Hannibal fired 2 more shots out the window, terrifying the workers into fleeing. He then fired another shot into the air before moving his wife's body to a different position. He picked up the shell casings, wiped away the evidence, and then dropped them back on the ground. He took off his clothes and burned them, finally washing away all evidence of the murder with hot water. After completing all of this, he didn't choose to flee but instead waited for the police to arrive. Soon, law enforcement received the report, and Hannibal calmly picked up his phone, requesting that a police officer named Nick come in to negotiate. The man felt bewildered since he wasn't a negotiation expert. Both sides put down their weapons, and Nick turned out to be the very man who had been having an affair with the wife. However, he didn't recognize Hannibal at all and had no idea who the woman in the villa was.
She all right? I don't think she is. I shot her.
Nick looked into the room, and it wasn't until he saw the photos on the wall that he realized who Hannibal's wife was. He rushed toward the woman and discovered she was still breathing. At that moment, Hannibal picked up his gun again, and Nick felt a chill run down his spine. He knocked the gun away and tackled Hannibal to the ground while the other officers swarmed in and successfully subdued the suspect. The police immediately began trying to save the woman while Nick's eyes filled with hatred. Meanwhile, Hannibal sat in the police car, flashing him a sinister smile as if everything was going according to his plan. The police collected sufficient evidence at the scene, and Nick was determined not to let him get away with it. He found Jack, the prosecutor handling the case, and delivered Hannibal's confession while recounting the scene once more. The accomplished young Jack told him not to worry, as he had a 97% conviction rate in his field. The next day, Jack began organizing the relevant documents, believing this case was a slam dunk. Not only had the perpetrator been caught red-handed, but he had also signed a confession. Everyone assumed it was just a matter of going through the motions. Soon came the routine preliminary hearing at the courthouse. However, this seemingly defeated old man's next move would leave everyone in the courtroom completely stunned.